On June 3rd, 1991, Mount Unzen erupted in southern Japan. That morning, dozens of scientists, reporters, and photographers made their way up the mountain. They thought they were standing in a safe spot to watch the eruption unfold. Among the crowd were Katia and Maurice Krafft, a married couple from France who had become world famous for chasing volcanoes. For years, they had filmed eruptions closer than anyone else. At 4 p.m., everything changed. The side of the volcano gave way, and a huge pyroclastic flow came roaring down. This wasn't just smoke, it was a burning avalanche of ash, rocks, and toxic gas, hotter than 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. It raced downhill at highway speed. Within seconds, it slammed into the observation zone. The blast melted vehicles, destroyed cameras, and left no time to escape. 43 people were killed instantly, including the Kraffts. Survivors watching from a distance said it looked like a wall of fire swallowing the mountain in one sweep. When rescue teams finally arrived, the entire area was buried in gray ash. The Kraftts' cameras were found later, their last frames cut off just before the surge struck. Their deaths shocked the world. On May 8, 1902, the city of Saint-Pierre on the island of Martinique woke up like any other morning. Almost 30,000 people lived there. Shops were opening, kids were walking to school, and no one knew they had less than 2 minutes to live. At 7:52 a.m., Mount Pelée erupted with terrifying force. The side of the volcano collapsed, and a pyroclastic flow tore downhill faster than a race car. It wasn't just ash. It was fire, gas, and rock hotter than 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. The burning cloud slammed into the city almost instantly. People had no time to run. In a flash, lungs were scorched, skin was burned, and entire families were gone. Houses caught fire, glass bottles melted, and church bells fused into twisted lumps of iron. From the harbor, sailors on nearby ships watched in horror as the Paris of the Caribbean was swallowed by fire. When rescuers finally entered the city, the silence was overwhelming. The streets were filled with bodies, many lying in twisted positions, burned beyond recognition. Out of nearly 30,000 people, only 2 survived. One was a shoemaker on the city's edge. The other was a prisoner, locked inside a thick stone cell that shielded him from the worst of the heat. Everyone else perished. In less than 2 minutes, an entire city was erased. Mount Pelée is remembered today as one of the fastest and most painful mass deaths in volcanic history.